Hello students. So this chapter is a brief recap about the various networking basics that I have explained to all of you. So I will just do a quick recap so that we can start with the practical sessions in my next chapters. So we together learnt about uses of protocols, how different computer networking protocols work together, and how these protocols start from the physical layer where it is referred to as Ethernet, that is the protocol that works on the physical layer. Then I explained about IP that works on network layer, and IP has two versions, IP version 4 and IP version 6. I will be creating another separate series to cover in detail about IPs, so don't worry for now about it, but you should know that IP address, as I have explained in my earlier chapters, is very important when it comes to traffic routing over the network. Then I explained about TCP and UDP, and it works on transport layer, which is fourth layer of OSI reference model. And then we learned about the topmost layer, application layer, and various protocols which works there, like hypertext transfer protocol, file transfer protocol, simple mail transfer protocols, and there are many more. So all these works on the application layer. These make the data communication possible within the computer's network, and today's world internet is also possible because of all these different set of protocols. I have also prepared this very short overview for all of you, so where I have described about protocol and various standards. Next section is ports, and then the sockets that we have covered already in the previous chapters. If you haven't gone through, please go through my previous chapters to have this brief but very important basic overview. This is very important for any computer professional, any computer student. So please go through my previous chapters. I encourage all of you. So where protocols, which are set of rules that ensure that how data should be transmitted within the network with certain set of defined standards. Then I explained about various protocols: TCP, IP, DNS, FTP, DSCP, IPsec. There are so many protocols that works over the network. Then OSI reference model with 7 layers, various standard: ISO, OSI network layer, IETF, IANA, ISO 27001, which is the security standards described and specified by ISO. Then there are certain organizations which are also dedicated to set up IT frameworks and standards like TOGAF, NIST, GDPR, ITIL, etc. The various ports, which are very important, unique number to identify the service endpoints running within the system, and TCP port range is from 0 to 65535. TCP IP supports um, uh, TCP error checks, and UDP no error checks, as I explained in my previous chapter as well. However, as I just mentioned before, IP and TCP, I think I will be covering these two topics in detail in my separate series, because this is in itself a very big topic. Then another one is, so when we talk about various TCP ports, the range is big. However, this is divided. So like 0 to 1, 0 to 3 are known as well-known ports, which are reserved by IANA. If you are not sure about IANA, or you are only listening to this video, I recommend you to please listen to my previous chapter where I have explained what IANA is and what it does. Then the range for the ports, which is starting 1024 onwards until 49151, are called as registered ports, and ports beyond this range are mostly the client programs, or client ports. And cybersecurity really depends on the ports. Sockets I explained already. So IP plus port, together they make a socket that actually help to have the communication between the client and the server. So this was just a short overview what I have explained until now throughout all the chapters on this computer networking series. I really encourage all of you to please listen to all those chapters, because they will make sure that your basics are very clear and you can start your journey with the computer networking professional. Thank you very much, and I see you in my next chapter, where now we will do some practical hands-on with some of the very important networking tools.